Your rights during a traffic stop. What will happen if you don't listen? Getting pulled over can be stressful, but it's important to know your rights and responsibilities. In this video, we'll not only be covering what to do during a traffic stop, but also explain the consequences of not following instructions, including how violations can add points to your driving record. Let's get started. What to do when pulled over? First, when you see the flashing lights, pull over safely and quickly to the right-hand side of the road. Turn off your engine, roll down your windows, and keep your hands visible on the steering wheel. The officer will approach and give instructions. It's crucial to listen and carefully follow directions. For example, if the officer asks for your license, registration, and proof of insurance, provide them calmly without making sudden movements. If you need to reach for something, let the officer know. Like saying, "I'm going to go get my registration from the glove box now." Your rights during a traffic stop. Even though you should comply with lawful instructions, you still have rights. Let's break them down. Number 1 is your right to remain silent. You don't have to answer questions about where you're going or what you were doing. Politely say, "I prefer not to answer that." Number 2, the right to refuse a search. If the officer asks to search your car, you can say, "I do not consent for a search." However, if the officer has probable cause, like seeing something illegal in main view, they can search without consent. Number 3, the right to ask if you're free to leave. You can ask, "Am I being detained or am I free to go?" If you're not being detained, you can leave. What happens if you don't listen to the officer? Failing to follow an officer's lawful instruction can escalate the situation quickly. Here's what might happen. Number 1 are additional charges. Refusing to provide your license or registration could lead to a charge of failing to comply with a lawful order. If you drive off without permission, you could face consequences of fleeing or evading law enforcement, which is a serious offense. Number 2 are points to your record. Traffic violations often add to your driving record. For example, reckless driving could add 4 points, while speeding may add 2 to 3 points. If you accumulate too many points, your license could be suspended. These points also increase your insurance rate. And lastly, there are fines and legal consequences, such as disobeying an officer's instruction could result in a fine, a court hearing, or a ticket. Some common scenarios and consequences are such as if you refuse to step out of the car. The officer can order you out of the vehicle, and if they have a legitimate reason, refusing could result in being forcefully removed and charged with obstruction. Number 2, if you argue or resist, arguing will not help your case and could escalate tensions. Resisting physically can lead to a charge like resisting arrest or assaulting an officer. Number 3, if you don't sign a ticket. Some states require you to sign a ticket as acknowledgement, not an admission of guilt. Refusing to sign could lead to arrest in certain states. As some final advice, traffic stops are not the time to argue or prove a point. Follow instructions, know your rights, and if you believe your rights were violated, document the incident and address it later in legal channels. Remember, a single mistake during a traffic stop can lead to fines, points to your record, or even a suspended license. Be calm, be informative, and be respectful. It can make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more legal content, and share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Thank you for watching.